So, welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. We are picking up, well, I guess not from where we left off last week. We are picking up with the Pirate Travelers, see what they've been up to. And Wes will not be joining us tonight. He's on babysitting duty with a wee baby, a 4-week-old baby that somebody has entrusted him with. so, but so no Wes tonight. But yeah, we will find out what's been going on with the Bio Travelers. Before we get started, we would like to bring attention to the fact that we do have a merchant store via Zazzle. We've got buttons and T-shirts and hoodies, and there's whiskey rocks glasses and beer steins and all sorts of good stuff. And 100% of the proceeds from that store goes back into our channel. It helps us pay for things like our Incarnate Pro subscription or Roll20 Pro subscription, and even the Wondershare Filmora subscription that we use to make these videos. And so they're not very much by themselves, but at the end of the month, they all kind of gang up on us. And so if you want to help us out and help make ends meet, go get yourself a t-shirt, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. So, Glenn and I talked about this earlier. He wanted to know how many weeks had transpired. And I went and I counted, and it is, you can add 4 weeks worth of study time to whatever it is that you are studying.
Oh, hell yeah. I caroused an extra 3 weeks before I do the skill check.
Is it, have you completed a study period?
I'm at 7 weeks, so
Okay.
I should be at 8 and some change.
Yep, at 8, yeah. So at 8, you get to make a, let's see, for you it would be carouse plus endurance check.
Okay. And what's my carouse? I got 8? Does that mean I
That is a
passed?
success. Your carouse has gone up.
Heck yeah.
And so if you have study period left over, I will allow you to select your next course of study, and you can put those extra weeks into that.
Okay. Let's see here. I need to pick a skill. I have to think about that. Are you up on here? I just started. No. Okay.
Well, if you just started and you got 4 weeks, that's pretty good. That's half your chunk right there. So.
Yeah. I'll try persuade. I'll try and get people to do weird things and then I'm going to do.
That way you'll have carouse and persuade. You're the most dangerous person in the bar.
Yes, that'd be great. What are you gonna do? I do broker. Okay, but I have it. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna do 0 something. He has broker, but yeah, I guess he's gonna be babysitting something. Yeah.
Broker is a potentially important skill, but I mean, it's potentially important for you guys in this game because if you have any, pirated goods that you want to fence, broker's really going to be the skill that you want in order to sell those goods. It's going to be a lot more important in the next game, though, in the next campaign, because that's going to be really based on, or based. So it's going to start out at least based in a trade campaign. So, somebody's going to want to try and get broker if they can. Did Keith get a study period, or are you close? Or
no, I'm halfway.
Oh, you're halfway. That's right. Okay, so you finished looting the vault at Marduk Highport, and if you remember, basically you learn some things from Judeco's top secret. Is he an AI? He's not really an AI. Um he's he's something. Anyways, the
Like a tech
hologram,
goblin.
the hologram told you that essentially, um, is he? Hold on. I don't think it ever really says what he is. It's
I'm gonna vote homunculus just because I like
just
that
Gillis.
movie.
He,
Okay.
he is. He is just the intellect. So he would be considered like a conscious intelligence. He is based on the intellect of the original Professor Yaskarl, and he told you guys that essentially um, Drinax has to fall, but first, before that can happen, they have to succeed in sending this idea of a rebirth of the Sindalian Empire. And when asked why they had to fall, it's because I mean, essentially another system could fall, but it wouldn't have any kind of social impact on the Trojan Reach. It wouldn't reach the hearts and minds of people on all these planets across the Trojan Reach. It has to be Drinax because and it has to be after this idea of a new empire has spread because that's going to stick in people's minds. And he already they basically Judecca has offered you um essentially that if you agree to allow Drinax to fall, that you will be quite set up quite comfortably, no matter where you go. Now they didn't specifically say that you were going to go anywhere. I mean, they simply just said that you would be set up quite comfortably. Whether that means that you're going to get a stack of cash and a house on a paradise planet, or a bullet in the back of the head, you don't. I mean, it could be taken multiple ways. But the implication is that um, they will take care of you and put you into a lap of luxury kind of situation. And they also told, I mean, your I think you guys did agree to it, but whether you agreed to it or not, there was still going to be an 88% chance that Drinax is going to get totaled. So, you by an Aslan attack. So, it's like Judecca said, you can agree to it and be set up for the rest of your lives, or you can not agree to it and go about your merry business and either escape at the last minute or die in the destruction that is going to be wrought when the Aslan come in and waste everything. So you've had your time to really think about all of this. Um, and so it took you roughly well, it's probably taken you about, I would say, probably about 8 weeks roughly to get back. And the reason why you only get 4 weeks for study period is because the rest of that time is spent, um, you know, maintenance and refueling and all of that normal stuff that happens with normal jump time. It's roughly about three. If you're in a hurry, it's roughly about 3 days per jump. Usually, most crews spend a week. So whatever. But regardless, you guys get back to the floating palace, and um, King Oleb is back to kind of wobbling around the throne room. He is Still not. He's still in a grav chair, um, and not able to adequately walk on his own, even with a cane. But and I mean, it wouldn't really matter. He hated sitting in the dragon throne, anyways. He always complained that it was an uncomfortable hunk of metal. He is still leaving the day-to-day operations of the kingdom to his son, uh, Prince Herrick, but it is quickly approaching time that King Olib is convalescing well, and he will be probably taking the reins of rulership again soon. Um, he has uh, asked some uncomfortable questions while you were gone of Prince Herrick about what happened to his daughter, and uh, Prince Herrick has kind of explained to him that Princess Rao was killed in attempting a coup, and so and Herrick has not explicitly named you as the ones who put her down, but he has implied that you had your hand in it, and the hand that you played in it um, saved the kingdom.
All right.
Which,
At least on that positivity for that.
well, from Herrick's point of view, he that's not really exaggerating or telling a lie. He truly believes that as as much as he didn't want for that outcome to happen, um, she was essentially turning Drinax over to the Jadani, and and that wouldn't be favorable either. And so,
Mhm.
he has explained to his father that you had a major role in that, but he has not gone so far as to say that you were the ones who shot her. I think it was Captain
It was
Beth.
me.
It was Beth
Yeah,
that
I
shot
shot
her.
her in the face.
Yeah, yeah. You were like, I'm done with your crap. Just took care of it.
Yeah, I did
Um,
not hesitate like at all. It was very over for her.
yes, it was overly dramatic. It was kind of one of those dun 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 moments. But so yeah, so that the state of the floating palace, as far as politics and court intrigue, there's a lot less court intrigue. I mean, Lady Hill is gone. Um, uh, you know, the imperial ambassador is still there. What was his name? His name. Oh, watch, I'm looking in the wrong book. I don't think I am. Am I? I might be. I am. Mother. So, so Mongoose is actually doing or I've heard they're doing a update of Pirates of Drinax, and I really hope they fix this. I mean, yeah, they really need to fix this. Yes, this is his name. So, Imperial Consul Thal Pollock is still present and accounted for. Um, boy, he sings your praises because you guys didn't put down just one coup. You put down two technically because you put down Lady Hill's coup trying to take over, and you put down the Jodani Princess Rao situation. So, I mean, as far as he's concerned, if you guys were imperial citizens and this was taking place in the core world, um, he would be putting you guys up for the Starburst cluster and other metals as heroes of the Imperium. I mean, you guys, in his eyes, you guys can do no wrong. At the same time, though, he has kind of become a little bit more aware of some of the things that you have been doing in order to get to this point. He's not entirely sure of everything, but eh, yeah, and the problem for him is that puts him in a very precarious situation. Um, he doesn't necessarily want to come right out and say or tell his superiors about any of this, because if he does that, then that's going to put him in a poor light, and they'll probably have him removed as imperial consul, and they may actually remove an imperial consul completely. And in Thal Pollock's case, he doesn't believe that that would be the wisest decision on Emperor Strefan's part. So, you know, he really does believe that the route that Drinax is taking is the maybe not necessarily the right course, considering what he knows and what he suspects of what you have done. But it is in the best interest of the Imperium as far as security for the sector, for the Trojan Reach. So he's kind of he's juggling on what he wants to report and what he doesn't. Rashondo is still alive. I think Rashondo traveled with you guys, didn't he? No, you left him here because if he was found on Vargr Highport, it was curtains for him.
Yeah.
Rashondo's still around. He is not a member of the court. He does still. He was basically told by King Olais that that he works for Drinax now, because if he decides that he's not going to work for Drinax, Oleb's just going to put him in the gravity dungeons, and so that's not in his best interest. So Rashondo is still alive. He's still running the bazaar, and he basically has been told by King Olais that if you're going to be a double agent, you're going to turn around and spy on Jadeko and tell me what they know. The thing is, Rashondo is not he's not high enough tier to know what you guys know.
Okay, good.
Right. So your secret is safe with you guys. But and here's somebody that you haven't seen in a while. That's the problem with this. Now I have to go back to the page that I was on when I didn't find what I was looking for. There we go. He is this gentleman is on the floating palace. And at first, this guy is named Rafe Zentuli. You've had dealings with him. He is a fixer. Mostly he deals in information. And he essentially is a very powerful information broker. He has information from many different factions all across the Trojan Reach, and essentially everybody knows that if you were to screw over Rafe, then he will just go and release some of the information secrets that he has on you that you don't want anybody to know. And so you don't dare kill him, because of course there's some kind of dead man switch. That information will get released if he's killed. In fact, it'll probably release everybody's information, and then the entire reach will go tits up. But Raves and Thule actually assisted you in removing your warnings and arrest warrants
Yeah.
from the Empire, and um, there was payment for that at the time, but it was kind of a reduced payment uh, in with the idea that there would be possible favors coming his way later. Uh,
Yeah.
he never travels openly. Um, Usually, it is he is booked onto a cruise liner under an alias, and when he does walk around, even in the Imperial Palace, he has bodyguards with him at all times. But he openly comes up to you guys, and he tells you he well, first he comes up to you and he says, There are my friends. There are my friends. I heard you had some grand adventures over on Vargr Highport. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised that Vargr Highport still exists.
Are you surprised that we didn't destroy it?
The thought had crossed my mind. He says, you guys tend to have a less than bright outlook on anything that General Development Company does. So I'm quite surprised that you allowed their headquarters to stay operational.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
He tells you, he says that Drinax was merely a stopover, and I've actually stayed a bit longer. I convinced the captain of the Starliner that I've taken, a subsidized liner, to stay a bit longer until you returned. I was promised that you were going to be back 2 days ago, but that is neither here nor there. I do have some information from one Zhuekvi the Corsair, who wishes to make contact with you and have a meeting on Thebus.
All right. When? Who is he?
So so he tells you that Zhuekvi the Corsair is a vargr pirate of some renown. He's made a name for himself here in the past year or so. He commands four Corsairs. Three of them are 600-ton Corsairs of this class. So he's got three of these, and
That's the big boat.
and then he
Like the
has
beefy boat.
and then he has a flagship Corsair that is actually quite well known. He's been wanting to um, talk to me about uh, maybe changing his wanted status. This is his flagship.
It looks cooler than what I want. So, interesting. Ooh.
Now he tells you, he says that Zhuekvi is a vargr Corsair, um, originally not even from the Reach. He's originally from uh, Coreward of the Spinward Marches, and has kind of made his way down into the Trojan Reach since things didn't quite go well for him in the opening salvos of the Fifth Frontier War. And so he decided that it was time for he and his crew and band to move on. And since he got here, he has been quickly making a name for himself. He says,
He
"So,
needs that. He needs to up his weapons on that ship.
oh, it is those stats are stock.
I should hope so.
Yeah, it comes stock with 3 triple turrets, but each turret only has 1 beam laser.
One beam laser.
Yes.
Mhm.
But he says he expressed to me that he wants to have a sit down with you. Um, uh, he says I'm sure I don't know what it's about.
Mm. I'm sure he won't tell us.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
You what?
I'm sure he just won't tell us what it's about.
Well, I
Then he
mean,
knows.
you could make a persuasion check. Money always talks with Rafe, so
How much does he want?
with Rafe, 25,000 credits would get you a +1 on your roll.
Okay, I'm gonna do that because I can afford it. Let's see. So, persuade.
Yep,
Right?
persuade
Or
plus social.
okay. 12.
Okay, so he tells you, he says, well, he says that if I were to guess, you you and your band have done quite well at gathering havens throughout the Trojan Reach, especially in the Borderlands and Tliawaha subsectors. I would be willing to bet that Zhuekvi wants to essentially join your band rather than continuing to go on it, on his own with his 4 Corsairs.
Well, that'd be handy. Okay. Thank you.
So he tells you he gives you a data shard, and on this shard is a holographic greeting. I wonder if I don't know. Let's see if I did not. So on this hologram, a image of a vargr, clearly a vargr pirate. Like there's a chunk cape coming out of his dog ear, and he looks like a pirate. He looks like a mangy wolf, and and he comes in and he says, "Greetings, the famed pirates of Drinax. I, Zhuekvi the Corsair, would like to set up a meeting on Thebus, a neutral ground for both of us. Although I've heard rumor that you have had problems on Thebus, so you may want to avoid any local entanglements." He says, "But these are the coordinates," and you see a map come up, and it shows the surface of Thebus, and there is a flashing dot in a small. If you remember Thebus was where there was that safari that was going on, and you guys pretended to be um, guides to take people out on these safari hunts, and they were all hunting the Theban lion. He shows, if you remember, there are vast plains on that planet, but there are also thick sections of jungle. And this map blinker is going on in a section of jungle that is kind of bifurcated with some plateaus. And he says, "These plateaus will make a great spot for us to land our ships. There is a hunting lodge here. I will meet you there."
All right. I see.
I'm always up for some craziness.
Okay. So,
Ready to broker yet? Is anybody ready to broker? I'm not.
what ship are you taking?
Are we going to?
So Thebus is up here. You are at Drinax.
That's a fair track.
Yeah, let's see. 1,
1, 2, 3. That's 3 weeks at least.
2, 3. Now you also, if you remember, while you were on Verito Highport. The one of the administrators there had requested your presence because their assistant had been kidnapped
Oh,
and wanted
and
they said by Oghman raiders, and they wanted you to come to Marduk
oh,
to assist them with this. So I mean, you could hit Marduk first on your way to Thebus, or you could go to Marduk on your way back. It's up to you.
we gotta be careful with Marduk. We're wanted there. Are we? Yeah.
Well,
I thought we were friendly there.
We're wanted at Marduk.
uh,
Thank
I mean,
God I'll be able to use my AC-25 by then.
Oh, well, yeah, in Marduk is where you fired off the nuke, so you probably don't want to take Anubis, because that was the ship you used. Well, that was the entire reason the ship got renamed to Anubis.
Right.
Yeah, that was that whole reason. So, I mean, if you avoid taking a Harrier, that leaves you with the Osiris or with Shenanigans.
Well, we just got back in Shenanigans. I think we should take the Osiris and
I think so too. Yeah. Give
Okay.
Shenanigans a break.
Some with more guns.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That too.
yeah. Osiris definitely has some more guns. In fact, just off of the actually. Take a look. So this is the Osiris. Yeah, she's got 2 dual turrets with pulse lasers and 4 missile barbettes. So yeah, yeah, she is outfitted well.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Okay.
She's only got 240 missiles. That's not enough.
Divided by 4. So, so did you want to stop at Marduk first? 1, 2. Or do you want to stop there on the way back?
I'd rather stop there first. The kidnapping seems more urgent than
Okay.
torturing.
Okay. Can do. Oh my gosh. It always cracks me up when I turn these pages and I see, the Jane's Guide to Starships of the Reach. And that cracks me up because I used to be a huge fan of the Jane's Guide games. Like, Jane's Guide to Advanced Fighter Craft was like one of the best simulators ever. I really wish they would bring those back because that was a great game. But, sorry, I'm getting weather updates. We're expecting like 4 inches of snow and freezing rain, and pretty much all pandemonium is about to cut loose.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So, you make it to Marduk. Marduk. There it is. So, Marduk, you've been here multiple times in the past, and so they do have a Class C high port, and they have a Class C down port. The high port is run by, both the high port and their down port are run by General Development. But the high port, they have specific laws that you must dock with the high port, and then you can take a shuttle down to the down port. Now, theoretically speaking, you guys also have a haven down there amongst the the natives that aren't supposed to exist. But your conversation isn't with the natives. So, I mean, the Highport would be your logical place to dock. So, Cameron, go ahead and make a piloting starship plus dex check.
Oh my. Oh,
Got 10.
Nice. So, well, and I need to fix something before I show this. Is that here?
oh, I hurt.
What happened?
I had an IKEA delivery today.
Uh,
An IKEA delivery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of sore.
yeah, no, I know exactly what that's all about. There we go.
We put together that bunk bed that was like rated like the most difficult IKEA product. We used that. I remember doing that.
So you dock with the Highport, and you know it hasn't really changed all that much. The lighting is dim. It's not that great of a place, but there is you come out onto their concourse. There is of course a seedy starport bar. There is a gently used vehicle shop, a escort service, and of course the normal trans-typical shop that sells pretty much whatever you would possibly want out of the guy or out of the central supply catalog to a point. But there's not a whole lot of traffic here. So, where would you like to go? You can move. Well, you can move wherever you want. You're not in combat.
Where you want to go?
Should we wear our disguise nets?
We could.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Are we wanted though? Really?
Yeah, I think we are wanted. I'm pretty sure that they consider us to be terrorists here or something.
Well, I mean, your ship, the Anubis, back when it was still the Capri Sun, was wanted. Well, that's true. There was wanted posters put out for you guys.
Yeah. I really think we should wear disguise nets here.
Okay, everybody wear your disguise nets and don't pick anything too weird.
Okay. Let me.
I'll just copy the security guard out there, except not his outfit.
You're just gonna make your disguise net look like somebody you just walked past. Nice.
Yeah,
So they'll be like, "That's my exact double."
yeah.
Don't do that.
Shoot.
I'll change the hair.
Oh, okay.
I have art holography of one, so I'm not doing too bad.
So this essentially says. This doesn't tell me a whole lot, but according to what this is, I mean, if you're wearing a disguise net, and you've got the whole body disguise net, so you are
Right.
holographically altered, full on Total Recall style. Like you become whatever you want.
Um,
So,
I don't know where to look or how to look. I'm not sure where to look, actually.
Yeah, well, we gotta start with getting in touch with whoever sent us this message. I think it's somebody from Judecco, is that right?
I'm sorry, the what?
The guy who sent us the message from Marduk, can you find us who it was?
Yeah, let me find them. It was. It was. Actually, let me look at this map. Maybe this will tell me. And again, maybe not. Liberty Port. They were in the the Burrito Ballroom. It Olais of Marduk. Let me take a look at them.
All right.
Now that I have a name.
You have a name?
I have a name.
You probably gotta talk to them and get told where to go.
They were so unimportant they did not get a picture. There it is. So they are so on the surface of Marduk, there are numerous domes that most of the population lives in, and Olais was one of the lords of one of the larger and more powerful domes, and they had a hope to attract Judecco support, so they can help defend themselves against, or get Judecco to send additional forces to help defend them against against Oghman raiders. And in Elias's conversation with you, she tells you that she told you that they that recently her dome was hit by raiders, and Oghman raiders usually don't mess with Highports because they are planetary raiders. They're not like pirates doing ship to ship stuff, and Highports are way too difficult of a target usually. Very rarely do they hit a Highport, but their biggest thing is that they kidnap people, and so sometimes eat them. But in this case, they kidnapped her assistant, and she seems very much wanting to get her assistant back, and she was complaining to anybody who would listen.
Does she know where the assistant is stored? Or
Uh, they don't, and she didn't really even tell you where to go to contact her.
well, shit.
So we could do a search for her dome and see if we could find out where she is using a computer.
Yeah. So you don't. Yeah, you would find a kiosk here, if you want to make a electronics computer plus intellect or education check.
Okay.
I guess in this case it would just be intellect since you're just searching a database.
Okay. 9.
Okay. So you find that that Administrator Olais actually has offices here on the Highport.
Well, perfect. Let's head to those offices.
I agree. I think we
Okay. So you can move wherever you would like to go.
I don't know where the office are.
Where's his office? Do we know which way to his office?
You do know that it says that the offices were south of you on this map.
Okay. Let's see. So are you thinking it's there or this one?
I think further south than that.
Oh, really? Like all the way?
So this building here is a gently used vehicle service. So actually, you
There's a bar here.
you get to
Oh, okay.
about here. And all of the lights in here in the starport go to a soft but bright red. And everybody roll a recon plus intellect check.
Question you. Yeah. 8.
I
Okay.
got 6.
Okay. What about Gregor? An 11. Okay. So Beth and Gregor.
I'm thinking about the bar instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I want a drink.
you might. So Beth and Gregor, you hear what sounds like a possible a whoomp, like there was something impacted or exploded on the hull of the station, and it kind of is echoing and reverberating through the hull. And over the speaker, over the starport's speakers, you hear a computer voice say, "Warning, the starport is under attack. Please get to safety in a calm and orderly manner. System defense forces are being scrambled, and starport security forces are present on the causeways to escort you to safety. Once the threat has diminished, you will be informed so that you may reassure or resume your business at the starport. Thank you." And it just starts to
Yeah,
repeat.
we're gonna go get drunk if that's how it is.
Okay.
That's our plan. Gonna clip through the wall. I don't know where the door is. How do you get in the bar?
So there is a door down here. It's just kind of
Okay.
open. And then there is also a door here. In the back
Oh,
alley.
well, how would we know that though? Yeah.
So
Okay.
whichever one you
We're
want
gonna
to
go to the south one, I think, right? You guys can
Sure.
follow me and go that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
I clicked too far. Oh, here we go. Whoa! My mouse is going crazy. I don't know what the hell that's all.
All right, we're going in the bar. Oh, there's a hybrid cook.
Nice.
So as you enter this starport bar, you see that there is a bartender bot behind the bar serving. You can see that there's a hiver who works as a cook, a short order cook, on the back wall behind the bar. And you see that there are a number of tables here. You see that there are a number of dancers that work in the bar. And there's like video poker machines up here near the dance floor. It's your typical sleaze spacer bar. Then you hear the computer over the intercom say, "Hull breach in Section 9. Countermeasures deployed. Starport personnel must don vac suits before reporting to area for damage control."
Good time. Where is section 9?
We don't know.
Stay here?
Might be.
Hope not.
Well, your hair's
So,
okay, so your disguise nets haven't got sucked off of you, so.
Guess I'll ask the bartender robot how often this happens.
So the bartender. Oh boy, now I need to pull up the bartender. So the bartender robot replies. He is a BDVSR bartender bot, um, and he kind of turns and kind of looks at you, and he's he doesn't hover. He's got like he's like a tripod and moves around kind of on these three spindly legs, and and one arm is actually like a like a beer tap. And then he's got two spindly arms that have a that are always like polishing a glass. One's got a cloth in it, and the other one's polishing. And then he's got one normal manipulator hand. He goes, "Oh, this this happens quite frequently, unfortunately. Just not up here." And the dancer at the bar, she kind of turns. She goes, "Yeah, it doesn't really happen very often up here on the Highport. Usually, the Highport launches fighters, and they go down there." And the bartender bot looks over at her and says, "Shouldn't you be on stage?"
Nice. Does he know where where the office is that you're supposed to go to?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're looking for Olais's offices, they're in section 9.
Oh shit. Okay.
Perfect. Let's go back to our ship. Get a back suit.
We'll just suit up and take a
Well, what
spacewalk.
else are we gonna do? Fucking A. Oh,
All right.
Yeah, we should go back to our ship after we have a drink.
oh, you want a drink first? Okay, here you go.
Put polycarb on. What's allowed on the station for armor?
Well, it's a
Yeah.
Judecco station, so I mean, probably anything but
Pretty
battle dress and weapons of mass destruction, like you're probably not carrying around PGMPs or fusion guns.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, you've got Disguise Net on. I mean, Disguise Net, I would think, is going to have a hard time hiding battle dress because of its size and bulk. But
Yeah.
you could wear probably combat armor.
We could just like disguise ourselves as really fat guys. So that wouldn't
Yeah, like all three of you get together and put one Disguise Net over all of you.
That's fun. Okay, so I got some basic armor.
Yeah, we got some combat armor and
Yeah,
I've got a combat environment suit or polycarb.
you probably want
cool.
the polycarb. Here is the standard armor chart. So Polycarapace, I don't remember which one. You probably have advanced, knowing you guys.
And imagine.
In fact, if I remember correctly, yours Gregor's was advanced Polycarapace, so plus 16. Does that ring a bell?
Wow. I just have combat.
Absolutely no radiation protection, but it's okay for
Mhm.
typical security forces, and for you, for military stuff. These are the military chart. These are your essential combat armors. I don't remember which one you have. Again,
Basic, yeah.
possibly advanced, considering your
don't
access to
know.
thieve.
Like
yeah,
we
by now we probably should have. Yeah.
well, but why the fuck would we do that? Because we spend all this money on our battle dress and stuff, and almost never needed other things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty sure we just got basic. I got subdermal armor in part so that I didn't have to worry so much about upgrading stuff.
Oh,
That's true.
I have basic. If you guys spend money on things, then I'm not gonna doubt you. But I just didn't do it for me. So
Okay.
I got 13.
So me. And then, like I said, as far as weapons, your options are pretty open. So, as you guys are kind of sitting there, the bartender bot pours you some beers. Costs you a total of like 15 credits. Then, and then that's unusual. I like it. You hear the sound of what sounds like a laser drill. Gregor, I think you can see it. Yeah, you can see that what appears to be sparks coming from this airlock down here. Somebody's drilling through this airlock.
Probably not then.
Hey, guys, we got company coming.
Okay, turn around and aim.
You're gonna turn and aim at the airlock. Okay. Everybody needs to roll initiative. 2D plus Dex or intellect modifier. Gregor got a 10. Okay. The laser cuts through, and you see a bunch of guys spill
Oh my gosh, all the dancers need to hide their meats.
through. They're Oghman Raiders. Hide your roast beef.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of Oghman Raiders come through. They,
It's slaughtering time.
since you guys have dealt with Oghman Raiders before, but we have a much better picture now. These are Oghman Raiders.
Oh, cool. Nice. You're ageless and generally.
Plus
Looks like
they're also
men
on
have
combat drugs and
Yeah.
oh, that means yeah. Hold on, combat drugs.
Advanced combat rifle.
Yeah, their guns aren't that great, but I need to look. I know that they take
I just
2 less from attacks, and oh, they got another 4 for their initiative.
wow. I hope the security guards help us.
All right, so Oghman Raiders are going to.
Does Polycard do anything for lasers?
I don't know.
Don't think so.
I don't think it's like I don't think it's like reflect or anything. Let's see. It says anti-energy. How did I miss it? It's standard stuff.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to use it.
Oh, here it goes. Bodysuit of fibrous material with attached plates of polymer plastics designed to shield major arteries and organs. Carapace comes complete with an armored face mask and half helmet. It is good protection against all forms of weapons, but can be restrictive to limb movement. Armor imposes DM-1 on all checks that involve physical activity, but there is no penalty to close combat attacks. Until 11 and above, more advanced lightweight versions are also available that are less bulky, do not restrict movement, and provide better protection. So no, it's nothing special against lasers. But these guys, this guy, perfect. Poo. That still hits them. 2D. Oof. Oof. Oh, man. You see a blue bolt of lightning come out of a stunner and hit the security guard, and the security guard goes down. Unconscious. Falls to the floor. And this guy will move over to him. This guy.
I don't think they eat on the line.
I know.
I mean, that's when they're the best.
Yeah, I'm stressed. He is going to try to zap Gregor. He misses and hits the table with the stunner. This guy. This guy pulls a stun stick and runs in all the way up towards the dancer. Doesn't quite get there in time. Keith, what do you want to do? Oh, shit, sorry. Hold on. This guy. Yep. Sorry, I forgot I had some more. Ouch. That's another unconscious security guard. Yeah, man. Fuck, what is it?
Yeah, apparently.
All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, Keith, what would you like to do?
I don't like how close this one raider is to me, so I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay, you can
Yeah,
do
right
that,
there.
and you get a +1 for short range.
Oh, nice. 13.
Oof. That is a +5 to damage. That was
I'm
almost.
assuming I'm carrying my laser rifle. I mean,
I
that's what I would
don't see
normally
why
carry.
not. I mean,
Okay.
you could. I mean, like I said, typically on a starport you're going to be carrying sidearms, but if you want to pack a long arm, you certainly can. It's Marduk. I don't think they're going to
Cool.
complain too much.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Let's see. What is,
Um,
just out of curiosity, let me see. What is Marduk's law level? It is. Oh, there we go. Well, I don't know. Maybe their law level looks like it's what, 5?
okay.
Let me double
I can
check.
carry my sidearm instead.
It
That's
is.
fine.
Yeah, their law level is 6, which means law level 6. Right. Here we go. All firearms except shotguns and stunners carrying weapons is discouraged. Are banned. Mesh armor, cloth flak. I mean, you guys are wearing disguise nets, so if you guys want to carry sidearms, I wouldn't. As long as they're holstered, they're going to be okay.
Okay, I'll carry my laser pistol instead of then.
Okay.
Okay, so it was 13 was the plus 5. The plus
Yep.
5.
Plus
Okay.
5 damage.
All right. So it's 21.
Oof. So
Yeah.
he has polycarapace. That means he's going to take 11. Your laser, you draw and fire your laser. I just got this image of you sitting on your bar stool and you just turn around and just shoot this guy practically point blank. It burns through this polycarapace, and you see that he's this polycarapace that they're wearing is like covered in this faux fur. It's like it's a synthetic fur, and it kind of stinks up the place as the laser burns through the fur and cuts through his polycarapace and actually hits home. And you can see there's a little puff of fire that comes out of the hole that you shot him with, but he's still up.
All right.
Gregor, what would you like to do?
I suppose I couldn't hide a carbine underneath my disguise net.
I mean, that is probably not. Because if you figure, so, and I'm thinking an M4A1 is a carbine, theoretically. I mean, technically speaking, an M16A1 is a carbine. So that's a pretty long weapon comparatively. Yeah. So I would say probably not.
So I've got an assault pistol.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I mean, what the hell do you need a carbine for? Let's see. I got assault pistols. I forgot about those. That's one of my favorites. Assault. Yeah, it's got auto too. Are you doing single shot, burst, or full rock and roll?
We're going to do burst.
On which guy?
The guy coming in the door.
Okay. So
I'm close.
Yep, you get a +1 to attack.
So it's Dex +1 and then
and gun combat slug. That is a hit. No bonus to damage, but that gets the job done. So assault pistols do 3d -3, but you get to add your +2 for auto. So 3d -1 is your net result. Oh, I really thought you were going to get like 3 6s there.
Hmm.
His Polycarapace soaks up that damage, and now he has his attention tuned to Gregor. Did you want to move, get out of your chair, and scramble, or are you going to stay where you're at?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Captain Beth, what are you going to do?
Do I get
I'm
to
gonna
shoot again?
do-
If I do
No.
burst,
Burst is a single shot, and you add your auto score to. It fires 2 rounds, and you add the auto score to the damage. If you go full auto, then you would get, in the case of an auto, or in the case of an assault pistol, you would get to make 2 attacks.
okay, I'm fine.
Captain
I'm
Beth.
gonna shoot at this guy.
Okay.
10.
Ooh, that is a +2 to damage.
PVG. You got a weapon of mass destruction under that disguise neck.
Right. Well, I think she's using the Sindalian laser pistol.
I am. So that's 14 altogether.
Yikes! He's gonna take 4. Again,
Something.
it burns through his fur and lights him up. Actually, I should throw these guys on here. I already kind of know where they're going to be at.
Can I hop on the other side of the bar? Is that a movement I can make?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay, I'm getting over there because I want some cover.
The security guards are
Human survival. Twitching.
security guards who are carrying I don't know if they even have anything as good as Gauss rifles. They probably have the same thing that the Oghman Raiders are using, advanced combat rifles. Because, this is the Trojan Reach, so F everybody, right? They're gonna go ahead and take a shot here. Hey, that's a hit. Ooh, this guy's not feeling good at all. He gets shot. You know, he's probably shooting first because he doesn't start. I don't think the security guards are going to be reckless enough to open up on full auto in a starport. This guy. Ah, I know that he can. Yep. Hit. That ain't good. Doesn't do anything. Any? No. So these Oghman Raiders move up down here. These Oghman Raiders move off up here. He misses. He. That's right, right? Right? Yeah. He shoots the robot. Dick like that.
Why does he do that?
Because
He always hated that thing, and this was his chance to get rid of it. I don't really know.
No. He's gonna go into mail. Okay. Doesn't get through his armor. That doesn't get through his armor. He goes into the general store. Anybody that I missed? No. So this Oghman Raider steps up, and he is using a stun stick. So he two. Well, he doesn't like the fact that he got shot by Keith, so he's going to ignore the hooker, and he's going to try to zap Keith.
The hooker should get a free attack.
She'll hit him with a pint glass. You know, we're going to
She'll
do that
fight
because
him.
it's. She would. Trust me, they would. They would pick up a pint glass or a pitcher and club him over the head with it. You tipped me at Susan B. Anthony's? So that is a +2 to damage. I don't know if this is going to matter. He does 8 points of stun damage. Does that get through your armor? Probably not.
No, I have 17, so I'm okay.
This one is going to try and zap Gregor again with a stunner. And miss again. I mean, this guy sucks so bad he misses within 10 meters.
They are not sending their best. I'll say that about Oghman. Yeah.
Keith, you are in melee. What would you like to do?
So I guess I can't use my sidearm anymore. You can smack them with
You
it.
can use a pistol. You can't use in melee. You can't use rifles, but unless you use them as a club.
Right.
So you could.
Well, I might
you
as
could.
well. Might as well fire. I don't see any reason why not.
Okay.
Right. Just shoot at him.
So the good thing about
Right.
this is that this would be personal range. I'm going to say that lowers it to a routine check of 6+.
Well, I rolled 13, so.
Woohoo! So that is going to be a critical hit. But go ahead and roll. Let's see. So that is a first. Go ahead and do your +7 to damage.
+7. Okay. Wow. That's 23 again.
Holy crap!
I would assume he's passed out.
Yeah, I don't know that this is going to matter. Yeah, he is messed up. He is still alive. Let's see how messed up is he? Well,
see where you got him. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll 2d.
9.
He will survive if he receives even the most basic of emergency assistance, and he will suffer no ill effects. If he's left, he will permanently lose D3 points from both strength and endurance. Oh, yeah, he's down and unconscious. Did you want to?
Awesome.
Did you want to move at all? You can move 4 of these hexes.
Yeah, I do. I want to get over that bar, just like the captain. I'll be on the other side of it.
You'll slide over the bar.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
You can get on around the other side. Okay.
Gregor, what would you like to do?
I'm moving to here, and I'm shooting at that.
Single burst or full auto?
Full auto.
Okay, you get 2 attacks.
Okay.
I'll do it.
That is a hit with a +5 to damage. A 9. It does not get. No, wait.
It's +2.
It should be +5.
Yeah, but auto pistol's -3.
Oh,
It's 3D minus
that's
3.
right. That's right. That's right. 9 doesn't get through his armor. Go ahead and make your second attack. That is a hit. 3D -3. Hey, that's better. That got his attention.
It's 1 point.
Yep, for 1 point. But he's bleeding. Hey, a little bit. Captain Beth, what would you like?
Do
All
the
right.
first
Blast him.
10.
Ooh, +2 to damage.
$18.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, you stitch a line across him and lights more of that fake fur on fire, and it gouges all the way through his polycarapace and lights him up. I think the guard is done playing around. He's gonna have to kill the folk. He's gonna go full auto. Hit. Hey, he did 1 point of damage. And again. And last one. Hey. Ooh. Look at the big balls of the security guard. He knocked that guy out. Yeah, he's going to use the rifle as a club. Oh my god, he actually cracks him across the skull with a club. Uh,
Misses. They're stunned. Dead. Madam is unconscious. Okay. Keith, what would you like to do?
I guess I will fire on the other Oghman Raider who's
Okay.
in the throne.
Do you want to
I
move?
don't really see anybody else.
Do you want to move down here so you aren't shooting through the prostitute?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, she'll jump over the bar and hide down next to the hiver.
Okay, that works. I'll fire on the Oghman Raider.
Okay.
10.
+2 to damage.
Nice. Um, 18.
Oof. Okay. So you hit him square in the chest, and he goes down. Gregor, what would you like to do? So both of these targets are down. The dive bar seems to be secured at the moment.
Can I
Okay,
use
so
my
here.
garage?
I'm gonna go use your garage.
I'm gonna rip his head off.
It's allowed. I mean, no one will stop you.
Gregor, make a recon plus intellect check. So you hear the sounds of people screaming, and some of them you see, like looking around the corner, you see a couple of Oghman raiders are dragging this. One is dragging this woman by her hair and dragging her to this section airlock. The other one has a couple of people slung up over his shoulders that are unconscious, and he's carrying them.
So if I move to here, can I see him?
Second.
Looks like it.
Yes, you can see them.
I'm gonna fire.
Okay, you can certainly do that. That is going to hit.
+5.
Yes, +5 to damage. Oof. Were you doing full auto or burst or single shot?
Single shot.
Okay. So you plink off a single shot and drill this one raider in the back. He, of course, drops the two unconscious ones. This one goes into the airlock off screen. Captain Beth, what are you doing?
The one with the lady with dragged by her hair, he went back.
Yeah, he went into the airlock. Well, he's going to go into the airlock. But he's dragging this
Okay.
one, kicking and screaming the whole way by her.
Okay, I want to shoot that guy if I can. Like, your dragger, dude.
So you would probably.
And you move. Like here?
Yeah, you could move. You could move. Right. Well,
Good.
like right here, and you could hit him.
Okay. Try it. Just do that. 9.
That is a +1 to damage.
$20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 19 and then +1 to damage.
Yikes. Okay. So yeah, you cut through his armor and scorch him. The security guards. I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, I'll complain about that. Armor. He clubs him pretty good, but he's still up. Raiders. Security guard is out. Run for the border. Pick up this security guard. He's making a run for it. Adam is done.
Why, hello.
And
What are you doing? Hmm? You want your snack?
that security guard is done. All right. You guys can hear the sounds of gunfire and stunners, the snapping of stunners going off in the distance. Keith, what would you like to do?
Have a beer.
You take a drink of his beer. Fuck these people. I don't even like these guys. Not even my space station. You guys are muted.
All right.
I'm just gonna hop over the bar and shoot at one of these raiders that's coming down the hall here, just randomly
Okay.
pick one and shoot at it. All right. 11.
That's a let's see what +3 to damage. That hits.
19.
Ooh. You cut into his armor pretty well, and you know he takes it and kind of limps around, but he's still moving pretty good. Gregor, what would you like to do?
Gonna fire burst it that guy.
Okay.
So it's what do I do with
So
the
it's
AP?
so so the assault pistol doesn't have AP, but it does have auto too. So it is gun combat plus gun combat slug plus dex to hit, and then damage will be 3d minus 1. That is a hit. So wait, 3d minus 1 plus 2 puts you at 3d plus 1 for damage. Nice.
I get another 1 point.
Another 1 point of damage. You cracked his polycarapace, but you got him. Did you want to move at all? So you immediately see that these two guys, this guy has a woman over his shoulder, this guy has a security guard over his shoulder, and they're also running for the airlock. Beth, what would you like?
Try and kill this guy once more.
Okay.
Oh, 9.
Plus 1 to damage.
$18.
So close. He's wounded pretty bad. That really got him, and that gets his attention, and he lets go of her and turns around with his assault rifle. Their security guards are kaput. Oghman Raiders. This guy. Well, that. He has a security guard over his shoulder. This guard here is going to return fire on Beth. Full
Do it.
auto. Full auto. ACR. Three. Okay. Oof. Plus 5 to damage. For 13 points. That didn't even get through your polycarapace, did it?
No.
So you're bruised up from the polycarapace getting dinged up, but aside from that, that shot didn't do anything. Next shot. An 8 hit just hits. For 9, that doesn't get through either. And his last shot just hits. For 11. God, he doesn't get through. So he lights you up, but nothing gets through. This guy keeps running and runs through the airlock. These two run into the airlock and get off. 8. Beth, because he's running so close to you, if you want, you can try to trip him. He's carrying a security guard. You can try to trip him. You could shoot him if you wanted to.
She stepped away for a second.
Oh, okay. That's okay. It's not going to really.
Yeah. Okay.
You can run.
Yeah. We can move on.
Up here. I think all of them. He's gone.
They'll flee.
Yeah, they all are bailing with their kidnapped people. I mean, the whole thing took maybe, 18 seconds, and all of these guys take off. More security guards. You hear over the computer that, or the computer voice comes over and lets you know that they have secured Section 9. More security guards kind of show up, and it seems like the entire situation is dealt with, and kind of pulling through this entire situation, you see Olais come walking out of this airlock, and she is accompanied by another woman, and they both come up to you, and the other Olais doesn't really say anything. She's just kind of looking around at the carnage that has just transpired on their Highport, and the woman is wearing a very crisp cut, kind of a frog button style business suit, and she comes up and she says, and she seems completely calm about this entire thing. And she says, "My name is Riga Holloway, and I'm a director for General Development Company. I just wanted to show my appreciation for your bravery and the actions you took today. It is rare that civilian visitors step up as you have when there is little to gain from it personally. Such pluck and verve should be rewarded. But unfortunately, as a result of the attack, starport systems are currently on lockdown, and there's not much I can do for you." She says that during the attack, the raiders made off with several tons of robotics and electronics that were intended for our starport renovation projects. They also managed to acquire a sophisticated communication system being held here for eventual transportation. In addition, they captured over a dozen starport personnel, including our master engineer, Klaum Valgi. Klaum is a chief architect at Zhuekvi, and he is truly irreplaceable. And Olais says, "Yes, and these are the same bastards that took my dear sweet assistant." And Riga Holloway just kind of ignores her and says, "I would like to offer you a job. Would you be willing to travel to the Oghman system, taking my assistant, Elena Markovoy, to the Zhuekvi managed orbital starport? I'm willing to pay you twice the standard rate to get her there. I'm afraid we do not even have a space-worthy ship at the moment to transfer personnel. In addition, I will hire you for a contract to collect whatever intelligence you can on Oghman while you're there."
We hate Oghman. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll be happy to help.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Can I wear my battle dress there?
Yes.
Maybe, but we'll see. So we'll pick
By
this
the
up.
way, I finished training on my AC-25.
You did finish trading?
Well, we flew here when we flew here, it was 2 weeks, right?
That is correct. So what was it that you were studying?
I was studying the gun for. I was studying the skill to be able to shoot my AC-25.
Yeah, your vehicular skills. That would be.
Is that a heavy weapon?
Off the top of my head, I want to say yes, but let me double check.
That's very
So it would be. Yes, it would be heavy weapons. So do you have heavy weapons already?
Nope. So it's an L0.
So you would need to make first. You need to make a 2D plus your education check. You need an 8 or better. Oh no! So you don't learn it, and you have to do another. You'd have to do another 8 weeks of study.
Holy shit!
Right, right.
It goes that way sometimes. You could have picked an easier skill like getting thrown.
Yep. Yes. Hey, at least the study for that is fun, right?
Yeah.
All right, we will pick this up next week on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
Thanks so much. Hang in there.
You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
Have fun with your eyes.
Yes, I'm gonna try and not slip and fall.